Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the amazing Sam Bowden.
Hello! Welcome to the best of the fest, lovely people, spelt with a D because we're fucking cool. Thank you for being here. Are we well? Yes. All right, that was maybe like 30% of the audience. The rest of you are at the same level as me, COVID fatigue, but we can fucking do this again because I believe in us, because we are a unit, and this fine gentleman in the fur collar is going to be the loudest in the room. Are we well? Yeah, and you know what, mate? Fucking killing it. Give me a high five. Nice, and the beer. No, I'm joking. It's great. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming and sitting in the front row. The few, the brave. Thank you. Hello to everyone on TikTok. It is lovely to be performing. I can't wait to get heckled twice. This is the worst thing I've ever been sent on TikTok. I just had someone go, "You should kill yourself," and I was like, great minds think alike. So that's the vibe. No, it's lovely to be here. It's lovely to be here. It's been a really shit 2.5 years. I'm not going to go on about it. You were all there. If you weren't, I have some huge metaphysical questions. It was rough, man. It was a rough 2 years. I didn't think my nan was going to make it, but she did, so I'm still poor. And you'd think an old lady has weak grip until it comes to the fucking inheritance, but... She's a sweet lady. I love my nan. She's a lovely lady, but my nan is 86. Do you guys know what that means? Correct. Mad fucking racist. That's what that means. You would call her a casual racist, but I'm from Queensland, so she's pushing for that part-time position. Which would make sense if you made the very fair assumption that I have a little old white Queensland nana. That's a fair assumption. I know what I look like. I am factory settings white boy, okay? Glasses, red beard, I'll make you a killer coffee, okay? But that's not the case with my nan, ladies and gentlemen. That is not the case with my nan. My nan, swear to God, not a punchline. My nan, first generation Chinese illegal immigrant. What the fuck? How'd I come out of that kiln with this glaze? What is going on? To be fair, this comes from the other side of the family. They're Welsh. They came here in the visa scheme in the 80s. But they know about my Chinese nana, so they like to boost up their struggle. They like to punch up their story. I was like, well, actually, Sam, I'll have you know right now, okay? It was very hard for us coming here too. Very hard for us traveling here. Very hard to come here to Australia. Very difficult, all right? We had to fly economy. Very hard. Your grandfather's 6'4". He had to wear those compression socks, otherwise he'd be 5'3". 4 days. 4 days it took us to get a job here. 4 days. Very hard for a white immigrant in the 80s. Very hard. They came on a plane. My Chinese nana came on a fucking door. Do you understand? Washing up on the Northern Territory like an alternate ending to a Cantonese Titanic. Off the door, straight to the employment office. She married a Scotsman. My mum married a Welshman. This is what a watered-down Chinese man looks like, all right? I'm a Szechuan-flavoured cordial boy, baby. It's weird, man. Genetics fascinate me. They fascinate me because it really washed out by the time it got to me. You can kind of see it in my brother. You can see it in my uncle. But I got next to nothing. All I got genetically was I have like a puffy Asian girl nipples. And my massive Chinese dick. That's all I got. When you account for the exchange rate, it's fucking huge. It's You guys seem nice, you seem fun. I'm glad you're here. This is my favorite thing to do. This is my favorite thing to do. I do this, and I'm an actor by trade. That's why I'm dressed like the drama teacher that sells you weed after you graduate. So, and there's a thing they tell you if you ever study acting, if you ever want to be an actor, and the thing they tell you is, you need to know who you are. And they dress it up very highfalutin. So it's like you need to know who you are so you have a strong foundation to lay a character work on top of, because you are a beautiful artistic lasagna, okay? There's you, there's the character, your obstacle, that's the bechamel, your motivation, that's the cheese. $80,000 please, you fucking idiot. It's bullshit. That's not why you need to know who you are if you want to study acting. You need to know who you are, or at least have a semblance of what you are, but that is not why. You need to know who you are so you don't get offended when casting agents send you character briefs for roles, because sometimes what they're looking for is you, and sometimes that is mean. I got one late last year in November sent through to me. It just said, looking for chubby loser. Let me tell you something, nothing makes you feel more like a chubby loser than sitting in your living room by yourself staring at a phone attached to a ring light with a bucket on your head going, did someone say KFC? Sometimes they're not mean, sometimes they're just honest. They're just brutally honest. I got one roughly around the same time. It just said, looking for a late 20-something male, a cross between an edgy inner-city hipster and an awkward mama's boy. And I was like, I feel seen. That's me. That is me to a T. That is so accurate, I just expected the rest of the brief to eviscerate my character. Just like, looking for a late 20-something male, a cross between an edgy inner-city hipster and an awkward mama's boy, a sweaty midway point between Kevin Rudd and Rupert Grint. Must hate people as a concept, yet terrified of dying alone. Sexually attracted to both men and women, but finds men emotionally stunted and women emotionally laborious. Will this cunt ever be happy? Must have experienced awakening in the dead of night in a cold sweat, terrified of being 73 in the middle of a climate apocalypse, strapped to some warlord's door as a warning to others, not young enough to be useful, not old enough to put down, just being ritualistically shaved like a doner kebab to provide sustenance for the chieftains of the Dust Bowl Wars, pretty convinced he was molested, but can't piece enough of the memory together to pursue legal action. Loves beach days. And I read that and I was like, you know what? I will advertise for you, Booper. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's kick this show off. I gotta tell you, every act tonight is fucking amazing. They all have shows at the Sydney Comedy Festival. You need to check them out. And I cannot think of a better way to start tonight. So here's what we're gonna do really quick. You're in fine form. I wanna hear a lot of noise really quickly. We're gonna do a test run. I don't care what noise you make. Clap, yell, bark like the last dog you had or the first one you put down. I don't mind. I just want you to make as much noise as possible. 1, 2, 3. It's the first time I've ever gotten a dog bark. R.I.P. to the best pooch ever. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to do the exact same thing for your first act. He's amazing and you'll love him. Give it up. Let's start small. Give us a little golfer's clap. And bring up the wonderful Harry Jean. Let's hear it.